I'm just curious, the Oliviers, the Gielguds, the Ralph Richardsons, when they played these roles, these guys back in the day, they were drinkers. You know these great old actors.
Yes,
And Chris Plummer was on the show once, and he said, you know, when I was a young man, the mark of being an actor was you did Hamlet in the matinee, and then you went off, you had 2 bottles of claret for dinner, and you went on and you did Hamlet again.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, is it possible to play a part like this and drink the way some of these great old actors did?
I mean, maybe they stopped while they were doing something like Richard III, because, you know, we were talking earlier that this in some ways exposes Shakespeare as a young playwright. He was 28 years old when he read it, and he had not yet learned the lesson he learned later on as a writer, which is to give the leading actor breaks. So I've never been in a play as much as I'm in this play, and I quit drinking and everything as I started to prepare physically for the role. I trained for a number of months, and I didn't drink for 5 or 6 months until I knew what the play was. I understood the enormity of the ask, both physical and emotional and vocally and every other way that the play asks a great deal from the actor playing Richard. I just can't imagine doing it absolutely faced.
Afterward, then you need a break.
Can't imagine.
And you were saying earlier, I mean, you've traveled the world with this play, and you're a very close company. And, you know, actors have a great time after the show hanging out in bars. Do you have the stamina to just hang out with the actors? Or
If I don't have a show the next day, like matinee show, then yes, I can go out and have a nice time. And there's only been a couple of times when I've been stonkingly drunk. But I was in my flat, or I was, you know, where I was supposed to be. I wasn't out, you know, stumbling around. But yeah, I mean, look, there's nothing you can do but sort of marvel at those kinds of stories.
Yeah. Did you ever work with any of those actors who could really?
I've worked with a couple of drunks, sure.
Want to name any names, Kevin? While you're
Oh no.